My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is June 24, 2025. It is 4:38 a.m. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put this video, maybe here, Pt1, or Team Sussex. So I'm not sure where I'm gonna put it. So let's go straight on Twitter. There are a couple tweets that I have to share with you. I hope some of them are not duplicate because I've been putting this tweet together since I finished the last recording yesterday. So the moment I finish, when I see new things I didn't put on the previous list, I add it to the new list. So let's get started. First tweet. Was today years old when I found out Emma is worth $300 to $400 million. I was thinking she was in her early 30s and wondering how she had such a high profile to be able to interview Meghan. Look her up properly. She's 43 and been in this game amazing. Okay. So she retweeted this. I think I spoke about a little bit about her background. Her husband is from what country? Is a European country. Is it Swedish? And they have 4 kids. I'm not sure where she lives. If it's in the well, probably in the US. The Meghan went, well, she could easily travel. I don't know where she lives. Okay, what I mean by where she lives, not exactly her address. I'm thinking more of country. Alright, so she retweeted that. Wait a second. After Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex last week, this week the one and only Michelle Obama and her brother are the guests on Aspire with Emma Grede. Okay, let's listen. 36 seconds. I think I have another video that making reference to that. I don't know if it's the caption that's different. So let's listen. I may not play that video again. Let's go into it so it could be bigger.
So guys, with all the excitement of the last week or so, I just wanted to, take the temperature down a little bit and kind of get back to regular programming on the Aspire podcast. So this week, our guest is Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama and her brother, Craig Robinson, are coming on the Aspire podcast to talk to little old me. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for you to hear this conversation. Casual, no big deal, just Michelle. So guys.
Alright, so that's her with Meghan right here. Picture she took, or they took. Alright, so let's oops. Let's go back. There's no comment here. Go back. We just listened to that. Wait. Firstly, 43. Secondly, multimillionaire. And see how uplifting she is. Imagine the collaboration they can do. That's her ad. Her portfolio is amazing. She bought multiple billion-dollar companies to that one family. Yes, slightly more than half of that scams followed by good American, and safely she was very smart to involve a lot of Kardashian brands. She's gorgeous. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. I think this one, I just put that on the list, and I think it has the same video, but I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not gonna play this. Alright, OMG Mrs. Obama will be on Emma's podcast next. So excited. Okay. I need to listen to the one she did with I forgot her name. Oh my god, I mentioned it the other day. I'm seeing her face, I can't think of her name. Melody Hapson. Oh my god. Sometimes I can't. My mind. Melody Hapson. I need to listen to that podcast. Okay, so next tweet. The desperation to bring Meghan Sussex down to uplift Kate Middleton highlights the fact that Kate is mediocre, and the only way to make up any accomplishment to associate her with is to chip away at the Duchess of Sussex many accomplishment. We know the truth. Meghan Sussex. Alright, 1 minute and 47 seconds. I have another tweet that has him on it. I'm not sure if it's the same video, but let's listen. Or is it Martin?
The difference between Sussex fans and royalists? One group is brainwashed, the other group reads. Let me explain something to you royalist weirdos. Especially the ones camped in my comment section like unpaid Buckingham interns. Sussex fans aren't obsessed with Meghan and Harry. We're obsessed with the truth. And you know what that means? We didn't form our opinions from the front page of the Daily Mail. We formed them while watching a smear campaign unfold in real time, in high definition, with receipts. Meanwhile, you lot are out here quoting articles ghostwritten by palace aides as if it were gospel. You believe that Meghan made Kate cry. You believe Harry is brainwashed. You believe everything you're spoon-fed by the British press, an industry literally built on racism, classism, and covering up royal scandals. You don't support the monarchy. You worship propaganda. You saw two people walk away from an institution that protected and said they were the problem? Make it make sense. You call us cult-like? We question things. We fact-check. We pull court documents, compare timelines, and dismantle lies like it's a full-time job. You wake up every morning hoping the sun will tell you how to feel. You stand an institution that took a black woman, chewed her up, and then got mad when she said no thank you? So no, this isn't about royal versus anti-royal. This is about who's being played and who's not. Sussex fans aren't brainwashed. We're not dumb enough to think silence from the palace means innocence. And we're definitely not dumb enough to believe the British press found ethics the moment Meghan entered the chat. You fell for the PR. We saw the pattern. That's the difference.
So I wanted to stop it for a while. I think I played this in one video before, so I'm just gonna leave it as that, okay? I covered this already. Let's go to the next one. Since it was already being played, I was like, you know what, let me just let it finish. Okay, so this is new. I'm not buying that apology. I feel she dabbles in the Ranger spaces, not full on, but enough to justify that quote. I don't know why, but I just don't like her. Animus, she has toured Meghan. So imagine her surprise when the squad and non-squad supporters lit her ass up. Okay, I didn't listen to it, so oh my god, it's 6 minutes. 6 minutes, okay. I've listened to some of her TikTok videos before, and they tend to make sense. So let's listen to this one.
Hi everyone, let's talk to Donna Collins, Miss at the Jelly Queens. I feel like we shouldn't be talking about you behind your back because you're on TikTok. You're not on here a lot and you have 148 followers, but I think it's important that we really dive into your apology because we have some questions to ask. Good old wholesome questions. So let me start from the beginning. Number one, I have been living in these here United States all my life. You know, the country that boom booms other countries and unalives children in the Middle East. I've never ever heard of anyone referred to as the Queen of Jams. I've never heard of this. So, imagine my surprise that over in England, they knew about you all the way from McKinney, Texas. Ma'am, how did these Brits find you? How did they find you? And in your apology, you never ever said what exactly they misquoted you on. Now I will give you some credit. The Daily Fail lies a lot. I will give you an example. You want to talk about clickbait articles? Honey, one of them was so mad. Hi, Rebecca English, that she made a mistake and said that Harry and Meghan had an $80 billion contract. $billion contract with Netflix, but it was a flop. And everybody was like, I want to flop like Harry and Meghan. And before they could erase it, a bunch of us already took a screenshot. And I kid you not, it is in my office right now at work as a gag. Because
what she's making reference to, I think in one of the recordings that I did yesterday, I did 2 recordings. And I'm editing the second one right now. It's still in the background. I'm editing it right now. The squad did made the screenshot. If I see it, I'll put it on the screen. I don't remember which tweet it was in, but I know what she's making reference to.
I don't understand how and why these people are so obsessed. So imagine my surprise seeing someone from these here United States take the time out of their day to talk to a publication like that. And then because the weekend was just full of drama in the world and we were outside because it was a very hot weekend, we find out that you now have an apology on your page where you are calling Meghan graceful and resilient and just strong, and that you support female businesses and you would love to do a collaboration with her. Pause. Why didn't you say this in your Daily Mail interview? Because, ma'am, this is what you have to understand. As a white woman, you are used as a weapon against Meghan. And because and I'm going to be honest with you, you're not in the same business as Meghan. I went to your page. What you're selling is not what Meghan is selling. At all. At all. I'm not saying your product sucks. I've never tried it, but it's real funny that you've never tried Meghan's products, but you had things to say about it. There are certain things that I know the Daily Mail lies about, but then I also know what happens when anyone is asked about Meghan. The demon comes out of a lot of you. And I know your small little followers on Instagram was like, that's not like you. I knew it was bullshit. And I just wanted to say for a moment, until you lock the comments down, I wanted to tell them, yeah, but you don't know how women get about Meghan. I have no doubt in my mind you're a sweetheart where you're from. But with Meghan, you're probably a roaring bitch. And at that moment, you could have had a full-blown meltdown. Why? Because I bet the Daily Mail was on the phone with you just saying all type of negative stuff about Meghan. And you were like, yeah, you know, when you do this, that, and the third. And the thing that I hope that was a lie, because ma'am, we're not stupid. Meghan's not stupid. She's been making preserves and spreads for a very long time. This is not new to her. If it is in fact true that you said that spread is what happens when jam is messed up, you're a fucking liar. Yeah, we use profanity over here in Chicago. You're a fucking liar. That is not what happens. Now, you can probably make a batch of jam and it doesn't come out as sweet as you want it to, and so you dump it, or it now qualifies as a spread. But Meghan is not out here making something with 4 pounds of sugar in it, whole freaking fruit. She still got chunks in it, but that is what makes her a spread, and the FDA agrees with that. So you are not the FDA, and you're not the knower of all things, and you don't know more than the fucking FDA does, nor Meghan, about her product. So that part, you better specify if that came out of your mouth real quick, or you could take that apology and gone somewhere. We are not doing this anymore. You all are too grown and should be focused on thy wallet and business to be playing these immature fucking games. And this doesn't make Meghan look bad, because she sold out, baby, with 10 times the quantity as she had her first launch. I just found that out. I thought it was 3 times the quantity. Baby, 10 times the quantity.
Wow, yeah, I read.
So you can't compete where you don't compare. And what I would have been willing to do, because if you think that Meghan is the only place where I shop for preserves and spreads, you are sadly mistaken. If you had some dignity about yourself, about not going to the Daily Mail, and you went to your page and said the Daily Mail was trying to have me beat up on Meghan, but I refused to, you would have had all my money. You would have had it all. I would have been like, girl, I don't even eat jam, but here you go. But you fucked up. So good luck with that, honey, because all the motherfuckers in England who don't like Meghan, they're not going to buy your stuff either. And for that matter, they can't have your stuff because you can't ship it over there. You didn't think this through. So therefore,
she
have a good
effed
day.
off.
Bye.
She effed up. But I'm not sure who she's making. Well, there it is here. Dana Collins. This is why I don't follow a lot of people. So she probably got paid to say something negative about Meghan, like the others. Allegedly. You know, that writer who was given, was offered money to talk negative about Meghan, and she said no.
About how the media inflames this. I was called by the Sun newspaper. If you don't know what the Sun is, it's sort of
got the topless girl on page 3. That's all you need
and
to
they
know.
called me about a month ago to ask if I'd write about how Meghan was like Wallace and how Meghan was going to destroy the royal family and the arguments between Meghan and Kate. And I said, I'm really sorry, I'm just not privy to all of this. I don't think I could do it. And the commissioning editor was really twisting my arm to write this article and say, but you could say, couldn't you, that X happened, and you could say that she's fired all her staff, and you could say that Kate has said this. And I said, well, I'm really sorry, I don't know that, I can't do it. And this conversation went on for about half an hour, and I didn't write the article, but it just gives you an insight into how this whole thing is being, you know, the flames are being fanned by the media,
You've heard the phrase
view.
cottage industry. This is a palace industry. Yeah.
Similar to Simon Wex, he said no, he's not going to talk negative about Meghan.
No, we can rely on you for being a great guy. So what an incredible friend you were to Meghan Markle is. Have you guys hung out at all since then?
No, we haven't spoken. She just wrote me a very nice thank you letter, and I framed it, and that was very nice of her to do. She just appreciated that I was honest, but it's so funny that we live in a time where everyone's like, it's such a big deal. I just did the right thing.
Right.
You know, it's okay to feel like that should be the norm and the status quo, but it's like, whoa, it's so crazy. He told the truth. I think we should all be a little more honest.
Well, thank you for doing the right thing.
So she took it and forget that, you know, the potential if she just ignored the Daily Fell. I think I know how they found her. Egg White Handman is from Texas. That's right. What's his name? Is it Simon Case? It's Jason Kunoff, not Simon Case. Jason Kunoff. All right, so there it is. Jason Kunoff is an American-born communication professional originally from Texas. There it is. Who grew up mainly in Virginia. He studied at the University of Pittsburgh before moving to New Zealand to attend Victoria University of Wellington. All right, so Jason Kunoff, she made reference to. I didn't make that connection. Anything is possible. She looks like a chief deranger. Please, we know how they look by now. All right, so let's, there's no way I'm gonna read this. Is that the apology? Okay, this is her first response. The first paragraph says she dabbles in deranger spaces. Okay, I'm not gonna read it. Okay, you could pause and read that. Let's go to the next tweet. That video was already too long. Let's see here. Okay, I want to make sure I didn't skip. Okay. Oh, this one is kind of funny. All right. Shoes are forbidden on the property of the Sussex. LOL. As ever. There's another tweet that makes reference to it. I'll go look for it. I think I have it on the list, but I want it to be next. Yeah, I see it. Look at Paula. Unlike Guy or Mia, she was born into a life of leisure. That's an ad. Okay. Yes, so you are not invited, thus are welcome to keep your shoes on and your property. Okay, as a native Californian, I can attest that most of us go barefoot year-round unless we're going shopping or to church. Then we slip on our shoes. I'll fit right in then because I don't like wearing shoes. LOL, these two are really a match made in heaven. They connect with the earth. It is called grounding. Such a Californian. Earthing, grounding is a thing. All right, so I see the next tweet that made reference to with no shoes. Let me move it over. Okay, so this one I'm gonna focus on my response, and then there's my response to a tweet that's similar image but different caption. So let me read mine. Archie got his feet dirty because he was with her. Good luck. There's a thumbs up with your fundraising. Although I think there's the thinking face. The focus should be on something else. I don't know. Maybe hire a Disney princess to meet Little Bit again. There's laugh. Okay, I don't know. Just saying. Shoes for the Sussexes will be a waste. Alright, so this is the caption that I made reference to. I'm responding to. Squaddies. She was just joking, okay? There's Pulla in the back. Okay, Squaddies. I was thinking of starting a fundraiser to buy 4 pairs of shoes for a family. Not going to mention the family, but who is with me? Okay, and this is where I made my response. My comment. Next tweet. Alright, so I have 2 tweets that are from Martin. I think they are TikTok videos. Alright, let's pause this. He sort of summarized what's going on. Meghan Sussex, the woman that is success, She has the brain, beauty, and a man, family, and friend that back her enormously. Thank you as always to Martin Gao for his great video as always. Okay, so let's listen to that. It's 1 minute and 28 seconds. Okay, she's just incredible, successful, full stop. All right.
Happy Saturday, how are you doing? Going to be another boiling day in the UK today. My voice is going a bit. I was out quite late last night supporting a friend in need. You know it, you've got to dive into these situations when people are feeling low. Get to the point, Martin. Meghan?
I like when he said that. Get to the point, Martin. He wants to share a little bit of his weekend like I do sometimes. And he's like, okay, get to the point. All right, so let's listen to it. I move it slightly.
Get to the point, Martin. Meghan Markle, Meghan Sussex actually, accused of gaming fans after her new as ever product sold out within just minutes. Hold on a minute, Daily Mail. When any other product line sells out within minutes, that company or individual is deemed to be ultra successful. How fabulous that this latest thing is really popular with people and it literally sold out within minutes. How brilliant for that company, its employees, and the people that actually make the thing in question.
That's right.
But when Meghan sells out in minutes, she's somehow misleading and gaming her fans. Doesn't really stack up, does it, Mr. and Mrs. Daily Mail? I'm so pleased for Meghan that she's sold out yet again. The demand for her products is insane. You know it. I tried in the UK to place an order, even through friends in America, just didn't get anything. Like, literally, people are going crazy for anything Meghan watches, touches, does, speaks about. The Meghan effect is strong. Have a brilliant Saturday. Don't get too tanned. Comments are open as ever. Let me know what you think.
All right, let's read some of the comments. Yeah, that's what these people were making, as if it's a bad thing. And I think I have another tweet where I responded to that. Did I put it on here? Oh my God. Let me go look for it. And then I'll put it after that. And then there's another video of a TikTok video of Martin. Yep, I found it. Okay, so let's read some of the comments under the video. The phrase Meghan accused of is really becoming old now. I literally feel my eyes on auto roll whenever I see it. Exactly. It's one thing. It's like a stock record. They don't realize how vindictive and petty they are, making themselves look. There's the laugh here. That's an ad. If it didn't taste good, I won't buy it again. But the spread jam was delicious. And I drizzled it on ice cream, lemon cake, etc. I love it. I need a larger jar of the stuff. Okay, I know launching that wine was a big deal. And they know more products will be coming out soon. So they make up stuff. The jealousy is real across the pond. The British media and royal family are really coping with her success. Suck it and get over it, people. Okay, that's in French. When only stock 10 of each product, you will sell out fast. Meghan bought 5 to help boost sales. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to the tweet that I just added that I made my response to about it being sold out. Okay, so one of the squad put this. Her merchandise only sold out because her squaddies bought multiple items. Meghan, there's the money here. All right, so not knowing the headline, I was just going based on the caption, and now I know based on that TikTok video. And there's my response here. It doesn't matter how they sold as long the items are not in storage bags waiting to be sold. Inventory came and went. She doesn't have to pay for the items to be stored. I was looking for the word warehouse. I couldn't think of it at that time. Isn't it the goal to get those items out? They wish they had that. They lie to themselves so often they believe the lies. All right, so that's what I was making reference to, because the whole goal of selling products is for the products to get out of your way, out of your hand. Because the longer you hold it, guess what, you have to have a space to keep it. All right, so next tweet. This is the other video, TikTok video of Martin. Yeah, that's a video. Let's pause it. Just another nonsensical article from the Daily Fail. It's called A Courtesy Call from Invictus Games to show respect for any of the world leaders, and the leaders should show that they respect and thank the veterans for what they have achieved. Invictus Game, Prince Harry. All right, let's see here. Please just know. Exclusive. Prince Harry will attend Olive Branch to King Charles and Prince William by inviting them to the next Invictus game, but finale is set to clash with Queen's 80th birthday. I don't know. Let's listen to this. These people are ridiculous.
Morning friends, happy Sunday, how are you doing? And I genuinely hope for everyone's mental health, everyone on the planet's mental health, that this headline is not true. It's not going to do Harry and Meghan any good if these lots show up, I'll tell you that for nothing, but I suspect it's all hot air. Prince Harry will extend an olive branch to King Charles and Prince William by inviting them to the next Invictus Games, but the finale is set to clash with Camilla, not the Queen, Camilla's 80th birthday. If an invitation is sent, I hope it's because of the structure of the Invictus organisation and it's due to a level of decorum. An expectation that Invictus as an organisation would invite, normally, every member of every working royal family across the world, not just something that Harry and Meghan have decided to do. I honestly think if there's anybody else in attendance from the non-working taxpayer-funded royal family, it would absolutely spoil Harry's enjoyment of the day, and it would take away from Harry's major achievements in keeping Invictus as a massive organisation moving and growing. Comments are open as ever. Have a brilliant Sunday. Let me know what you think.
It's like these people, every date's supposed to be reserved only for them. This is what's really good of all out instead of the 50-50. Because if there was 50-50, the palace will want to know whatever Harry and Meghan are doing so they could sabotage it. So these people are ridiculous. Okay, this is an ad below it. I'm heading this. Will they want the IG narrative that the British media is already spinning? It may be a lost cause, but I'm actually still hoping for a last minute change of host country or perhaps a cancellation of the IG 2027. Having the IG host in Birmingham, in my opinion, is a bad omen. Okay, there's that. Harry needs to invite all of the royal family. If they then decided not to go, it will just be further proof that they are the one who are spiteful and narcissistic. Alright, the desperation and gaslighting of the Daily Fail is still ongoing. We see, there's the laugh here. Harry better invite his Spencer family and leave that witch with her tampon where they belong. Nobody cares. Closeted William will be crying and complaining about Harry to his hired boyfriend anyway. He probably won't sleep for a month, raging like a loser prior to the game. F him. Alright, the Daily Fail lied again. Prince Harry will extend Olive Branch. Okay, they don't know. Harry will never put this thing out. Okay, that alone tells you they don't know shit. Prince Harry will extend Olive Branch to King Charles and Prince William by inviting them to the next Invictus game. But finally, it's set to clash with Queen's 80th birthday. There's that. A spokesperson for the Invictus said no formal invitation have been issued as preparations are in the early stages. Yeah, they don't know. They just make up stuff. Alright, the royal family then show our injured veterans who have been competing in the Invictus game any recognition whatsoever, not even wishing them luck. They should be reaching out to Harry, or better still, those veterans who fought for the country they allegedly sit atop. They are a disgrace. Okay, people who been following me, especially on Pt1, I mentioned that when the Netherlands Invictus, nobody of prominent position was there to support or show some sort of a support for the vet. Okay, it was near the end someone popped up and say something, and then the following Invictus, I think it was Germany, you had this guy who's going crazy trying to get the UK to host the Invictus. I'm like, where did that come from? And then they spent a lot of money. That one was manufactured in a way, it seems like it was a slow motion to me as it was happening in front of me. I mean, they're really displaying everything in front of you, in front of the people. You just have to pay attention. I call it out when I saw it. Let's go to the next tweet. I have two more. I'm not sure, this one and another one, if I'll keep them on the same video. Okay, let's pause. This is baby D. How dare she travel to the future, see our future queen swing on a giant ball, then travel back in time and copy her swinging on a swing. After that, she brazenly returned to the present and copied her again. She's too extraordinary for the British royal family. His Majesty the King must remove all title. It's about the swing. I didn't see the full headline, what the UK was talking about, but the squad was making reference to it. It seems like they blaming Meghan, whatever this picture, this one, for being on a swing, and they're making reference as if, I think she's copying Mumbo. So this is why her caption is making reference when Meghan was younger, okay, went back to the future and then to the present. These people are ridiculous. They have a mind of a baby. I mean, they're doing all of this, those crazy headlines, is to distract us. Because the thing that's going on, the real thing that's going on politically, it's mind-boggling. With the US bombing Iran and all of that. So this is why they want to distract people with all of that. But the thing is that the squad of multitaskers. I haven't spoke much about what's going on with the Middle East and what Trump just did over the weekend. But I feel like I've already talked about these. Okay, they were playing right in front of us. But anyway, let's see here. Unless if you guys have some question or what portion or what angle you want me to talk about it. Because at the end of the day, the guy doesn't care. If he could bomb the entire United States and restart the country again, he'll do it. He doesn't care about anybody. Okay? Spoken like a true deranger, baby deranger. There's that. Where do they get those images? Okay, baby D, you need to take a nap. She's too good. Give it up, baby D. You can't win. And there's all this laugh. Okay, so this one, it might be the last one for this video. And I might create another one for APTS Team Sussex. Alright, this one I've shared it a couple times. Them, they said they wanted privacy. Harry. Alright, let's listen to this. Let's see which portion she picked.
Once Meghan and I were married, we were excited. We were hopeful. And we were here to serve. For those reasons, it brings me great sadness that it has come to this. The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option. What I want to make clear is, we're not walking away. And we certainly aren't walking away from you. Our hope was to continue serving the Queen, the Commonwealth, and my military associations, but without public funding. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible. I've accepted this, knowing that it doesn't change who I am or how committed I am. But I hope that helps you understand what it had come to, that I would step my family back from all I have ever known. To take a step forward into what I hope can be a more peaceful life. I was born into this life, and it is a great honour to serve my country and the Queen. When I lost my mum 23 years ago, you took me under your wing. You looked out for me for so long, but the media is a powerful force. And my hope is one day our collective support for each other can be more powerful, because this is so much bigger than just us. It has been our privilege to serve you, and we will continue to lead a life of service. So in that respect, nothing changes.
Alright, so there it is. I've shared a couple part of these clips and some topics. See, Harry said nothing will change. He will continue to do the same thing he's been doing. Okay, quote, there really was no other option, end quote. Such a point comment giving what we know now about them being presented with multiple options, but with the institution having already decided they had submitted to all in or get forced all out, so there really was no other option at all. Yeah, okay, this is what I'm saying. William chose for Harry to leave. Harry is such a honorable man. May grace, love, prosperity, humility, success, happiness, fulfillment always be served at his table throughout his home and envelope his family. We salute you, good King Harry. Okay, and we will continue to live a life of service. So in that respect, nothing changes. Yeah, good King Harry. I remember the frenzy and how no one had heard them speak themselves. You could hear a pin drop in that room. Social media exploded when the video came out. The dirty-handed Charles, William, Kate, and Camilla threw these gems out of the royal family and continued to use the media to do their dirty ongoing smear campaign against the Sussex family. They were forced out. Karma will serve the dirty for what they deserve. Okay, I remember this like it was yesterday. Yeah, I've been putting this. Either this or the Oprah interview, everything that Harry have said, they all align. Alright, so that is all I have for this video. I have these to share. I could easily add them here, but I'm gonna put it on another video. Alright, so that is it. Let's do a prayer. Let's do protection. When in doubt, just do protection. Let's pick what's there. Okay, these I've done so many times. Prayer of protection. Heavenly Father, walk through my house and take away any illness, depression, and sadness. Watch over and protect my family and friends. Bring quiet where there is chaos. Bring light where there is darkness. And put love in our hearts. I ask in Jesus' name. Amen. I think I read it in one of my videos not too long ago. But anyway, let's done with this. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. So let's do the other recording and get it out of the way before people get up. It's 5:20 right now. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.